Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? This is Absolute Cinema. We have drama. Absolute drama with the whole Viktor Gyokeres situation. And I'm going to break it down for you guys right now. Please, before you go any further, please do hit that like button. Please do hit that subscribe button and understand I'm going to break down everything for you guys in under 10 minutes. Arsenal news today. We got a lot to talk about. Stay with me now. First things first, we got a major update on Arsenal's defender that we were looking to sign. And today, from Henry, what's his name? Is it Henry Wright? Yeah, Henry Wright. I'm going to show you guys. He gave us a bunch of major updates and broke down so much little things that we need to know. So he was on TalkSport today and he was speaking and he broke down so many things. So let's go straight to this tweet. This tweet broke down so many bombshells. Let's break it down one by one. First things first. Arsenal should be a good week for Arsenal. Madueke and Mosquera in. Sorry? What? Mosquera in? So there you go. That first part right there is very interesting, as he's basically saying Arsenal have not only made the signing of Nani Madueke, but they expect Mosquera or Christian Mosquera to be sorted also. So they're saying both deals will be done by the end of the week. And Christian Mosquera will be joining Arsenal by the end of the week. This is in line with news that we're going to be selling players. So let's break it down. First things first. He says that Christian Mosquera will be joining Arsenal this week. So we'll see when we make the bid how much it's going to be. But does that mean one of our defenders is going to be leaving? Does that mean we're going to be bringing somebody else in? We're going to have to wait and see. As of right now, Christian Mosquera coming in as a potential right or left-sided centre-back cover with the fact that we have Calafiori is going to be really nice. Then we also have the situation where he spoke about Nani Madueke, but in this same article, he spoke about Arsenal virtually having an agreed a fee for Sporting's Viktor Gyokeres and are just debating on add-ons now, and the commission with the involved in the deal. So that is the situation. Fabrizio Romano 14 hours ago said that Arsenal offered 65 million, not 60 million, higher than the expected agreement with Viktor Gyokeres, and Sporting Lisbon rejected it and they want more. How greedy. How greedy. Now, before we go any further, please do hit that like button. Please do hit that subscribe button. And I'm just going to tell you guys, the drama is not because of that. The drama is because of what happened yesterday. Yesterday, a statement was released from the president, and he said that they will be taking action. And a lawyer came out and explained the legal side of Viktor Gyokeres missing training to force a move to Arsenal. Skipping training is violently breaking the rules, and if a player does it 5 times, the club can legally fire him. Gyokeres already said he wants to join Arsenal. That limits what courts as justified, but Sporting could fire him if it continues, even terminate his contract. And that is exactly what Gyokeres wants, but Sporting would be a disaster as they would lose 65 million euro asset, becoming worthless. So we'll wait to see what happens. And football is more than legalities. There is a strong reason for both sides to reach a deal. Okay. Now, with that being said, there is also a big topic that we need to discuss, which is the director of football and his tendencies. The sporting director of football has done this for a while, and he loves this kind of drama. Look at this. He did this to Bruno Fernandes before his move to Manchester United. Bruno Fernandes even said to him, "You cut my leg off in the summer. I waited until January." And this is what he said to the same man. The same man did this to Pedro Porro as he was headed to Spurs. He said to him that, is off and reneged on the terms of potential deal. The 23-year-old was disrepute after that. Distraught after the sporting director told the right back that following Saturday's League Cup final, he would be allowed to leave. So It's kind of annoying there. And then he's done this so many times, it's crazy. So he did it with Bruno Fernandes. He did it with Pedro Porro. He's now doing it with Viktor Gyokeres. Take this in. He did this with Andre Silva and insisted a full 38.5 million release clause is paid and delayed the move. This one is even crazier. After the player ended their contract, they enforced a 30 million sell-on clause even after the player ended his contract. 30 million sell-on clause. What? That's nuts. And then refuse to training, demands clarity on third-party fee. And then another one here where FIFA later mandated 22 million compensation. Let's just say whatever anybody says, this director of football or sporting director, whatever his name is, he has the best interests of sporting at heart, which is to try to make as much money as possible from their assets as they should. But he has gone against his word on numerous occasions with Viktor Gyokeres and his team, knowing that there was a price. Arsenal met that price. He's then increased the price. There was a second price. Arsenal met that price, and he's now increased the price. Now there's a third price. If Arsenal meet that price, there's no guarantee that he will accept that price once again, as they do have 100 million euro release clause, which they really want paid. But Arsenal are not willing to pay that, as they also had an agreement that the player in January was notified if a club paid 60 plus 10 million in add-ons, which is 70 million euros, that the deal would get done. Now they want 80 million euros. Arsenal have offered 75. There's 5 million apart from Sporting and and Arsenal. Now you're just probably wondering, why don't Arsenal just pay the money? The thing is, if Arsenal pay it, there's no guarantee that the deal gets done, because Sporting can come back and just increase it. And once again, we're basically negotiating with you know what, and they're going to continue to be unreasonable. So Arsenal's like, we're going to wait and see what happens. The player doesn't want to go back to training. He's basically not turning up to Sporting's preseason tour, and this is very favorable terms to Arsenal, as we now have all the negotiation power, and Sporting are trying their best to gain back the negotiation power in this situation. We have heard multiple reports, some from Portugal, some from England. So in England, you're hearing reports that the deal is virtually done and agreed. In Portugal, you're hearing that Arsenal no progress with the negotiation over Gyokeres. And then you have the people in the middle, like Fabrizio, telling us that we will see as the deal is advancing. Somebody an Arsenal fan today ran into Andre Berta, and Andre Berta, when speaking to Andre Berta, the man was speaking to Andre Berta, and he's like, so this guy met Andre Berta in London today, and Berta gave him a thumbs up when asked about Gyokeres. His account is legit, is followed by Inaki Williams. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens. It does look like Andre Berta. Who knows? Andre Berta could be telling random people in the street that the deal's done. We're going to have to wait and see. No real update yet, but let's see what happens. As for today, there has been news on some other stuff also, but before we go any further, please do hit that like button, please do hit that subscribe button, and yeah, let's talk about some of the other stuff in that article. So Henry Wright did say a lot in his original tweet, and I've only covered part of it so far. There is still the part where he speaks about may need to have a word with his agent and also get the deal done. Busy week as potential outgoings to generate income. These are the potential players we're going to be selling. Kiwior has been added to the list of players that will be sold. Reece Nelson, Trossard, Vieira, and Zinchenko we already knew about. But Kiwior now being sold makes sense. And Kiwior could potentially go for a lot of money. So Kiwior, we're seeing now reports that Kiwior could potentially be going. Kiwior is no longer part of Mikel Arteta's plans, and he could leave this summer. I think they mean plans. But yeah, he's not part of the plans. And Arsenal are exploring a deal for Hato as a potential Kiwior replacement if he chooses to leave the club. He is currently at Arsenal and recently proposed a proposal for outside the Premier League are arriving, offers for him and more game time. So Kiwior could get more game time away from the club, and this could be a very interesting situation. We'll see what happens as Andrea Berta has now potentially done majority of the incoming signings. He'll now be doing at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players that he's going to be trying to sell in the coming weeks. We're going to wait and see what happens there. Update on Mosquera. Arsenal are prepared to offer to finalize the Mosquera deal as soon as possible. Arsenal are increasing the value for the previous to secure the deal and allow the player to join the team quickly. What is going on here? Xavi Simons doing his Roy Keane impression. That's hilarious. Ethan will be signing a new deal. The deal is set to be a 5-year deal, 4 years with an option for a further 5th. What else is there? It is understood that to be relaxed about their pursuit about the striker. They feel that dispute between Sporting and Gyokeres is nothing to do with them, and Arsenal will remain disciplined in their approach to deal with the price in mind. What else is going on here? Let's see what else is going on here. I think this is just strictly the medical has been done for Nani Madueke. He will be joining Arsenal and officially an Arsenal player midweek. So that is that. And then here's the big news that I've been trying to hint towards. Bayern Munich have joined in the pursuit of Leandro Trossard as he's now a candidate to replace the potential Luis Diaz deal as that has fallen through. That is massive for Arsenal as we now could sell Luis Diaz. Instead of Liverpool selling Luis Diaz, we could sell Leandro Trossard and gain some good money on that. And yeah, that's been reported from Christian Folk, the German source right there. Anything else going on right now? Nothing else really. That is pretty much it. Today is relatively quiet, but hopefully this can get sorted. Him and his agent can hopefully get this sorted for Arsenal, and Viktor can join Arsenal. That's his dream move. That's what Arsenal want. Everyone wants it. Sporting want to sell. They're just trying to play hardball. Anyways, we'll wrap it up here, guys. You guys have yourselves a wonderful day. Catch you on the next video. Love for the love. You already know what it is. Peace.